Welcome to Marketing with Russ, aka hashtag Russ Selfie, and my amazing guest, Michael Tucker. Here we go.
Do you want to know how amazing people connect? Well, you're in the right place. Welcome to Marketing with Russ, aka hashtag Russ Selfie.
Thanks for connecting. And if you like what you hear, please share.
Special thank you to our sponsors of Marketing with Russ, Networking for Students by D. Scott Smith, the Hounds of Business Community, Kingdom City Coffee House in Salem, Oregon, and Extreme Graphics in Albany.
Networking for Students, now available on Amazon, dscottsmith.com/students. Order a copy for your student or the graduate in your life.
For more information on the Hounds of Business Community, go to Mike Asherbrenner or the Hounds of Business Community on LinkedIn. And for more information on Kingdom City Coffee House in Salem, Oregon, best kept secret, go to kingdom-city-coffeehouse.square.site. And for more information on Extreme Graphics and other graphic services, go to extremegraphics.com. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Marketing with Russ, aka hashtag Russ Selfie. I am so excited that you're all here today. It's a great day. And whoever is starting the show off today, please get out there and share this. Let people know what's going on. I am so blessed and so thankful for all your prayers yesterday. All the radiation went great. I am moving forward and feeling good this morning. Going to rest and take it easy today. But we got Marketing with Russ. Don't want to miss out on Michael this morning. It's going to be a great discussion. And so excited for that. I want to tell you a little bit about Marketing with Russ, aka hashtag Russ Selfie. If you're new, let me tell you, this is all about how amazing people connect. You know, I'm a firm believer that connection and community building is the foundation for any good marketing plan, any good business, really any good life. And so that's what we talk about here on Marketing with Russ, aka hashtag Russ Selfie. And, you know, of course, because I'm all about connection, I love to connect. So there you go. If you know my name, you can go right here. Right there it is. RussHedge.com. There it is. RussHedge.com, myname.com. Get straight to everything about me. A one-stop shop. You can get all the information about what I do, my inspirational speaking, and looking forward to an upcoming cancer conference here in New York that I'm going to speak at. Also, my marketing coaching, my live stream producing, all of that. Love to talk to you. Love to connect with you. Find out if there's a way I can help you. Also, find out about all the ways to connect with me, whether it's social media, email, phone number. You can even schedule time directly on my calendar to Zoom with me. I would love to connect with you directly. And if we have that opportunity, you can just connect with me directly there at russedge.com. There you go. Also, I'd love it if you could become part of our YouTube community. You know, it's really growing all the time. And we just continue to get bigger and bigger on our YouTube page, looking for you to be part of that family. Why do you want that to happen for you? Well, let me tell you. Number one, it gives you a one area with all of the live streams in one spot. You don't have to search for them. They're all together on there, and there's extra content, videos and YouTube shorts, which are a lot of fun. If you want to have a good time, you want to meet my dog and cat, my beagle And my little kitty, you could go on to YouTube Shorts. They're more popular than I am. And so it's always a lot of fun. Give you a little truce, and you get to meet my animals. Also, want to tell you that the way you get there, super easy. If you know the name of this show, you can get there. Marketingwithruss.live is how you get there. Marketingwithruss.live is the place to go. And so super simple. Just type that in right now. You can actually open a separate tab. Type in marketingwithruss.live. It'll take you directly to my YouTube page. And then you can just hit subscribe. You're done. There you go. Also for today, if you would please share this out. Share. Let everybody know. Tag your friends. Let them know what's going on. And ask them to drop in and say hi this morning in the comments. We love and encourage engagement. So we would love for you to be part of this today. And I'm so thankful that you're here. So a couple more quick things you see behind me. My book, Befuddled, Live the Life You Choose. Also, the amazing anthology books that I was able to write over the last year. #1 on Amazon, international bestsellers. I worked with amazing authors on those books and would love for you to see all that. You can find it at russhedge.com, believe it or not. I know it sounds shocking, but you can also go to Amazon or online booksellers and find it as well. So there you go, is information on that. And I'm, again, so blessed by this whole community, so blessed by all of you. I'm going to do my marketing tip of the day, which we do every Monday and Thursday. Remember, we're here at 8 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time for your viewing and listening pleasure. That's right. You can view it live. You can view it on video podcast after we're done. It sits on LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook forever after we're done. And it converts to audio podcast. So if you don't have time to watch it, you can listen while you're jogging, while you're making dinner, while you're getting ready in the morning, putting on your makeup, whatever it might be, and listen to these podcasts. You know, that's actually what my beautiful wife does. She listens to podcasts every morning while she's prepping for school and getting ready to go. So whatever works best for you, love for you to do that. But we're going to do our marketing tip of the day. These are just small little truths just to really help you, to encourage you, to inspire you, to lift you up, to move in the right direction in your marketing, in your business, and all that you're doing. Sometimes we skip over the simple things, right? Don't get so complicated. Start with what's simple, and you'll make your life so much easier. So, are you ready? This is your little marketing tip of the day. Ready? This is your marketing tip of the day. Be vulnerable. That's right. Be vulnerable. What do I mean by that? Well, you know, we talk about the know, like, and trust factor. If you want to get people to know you and like you much quicker and get to that trust factor where you really actually have a relationship where you're connected, be a little vulnerable. Let them in your life, what's going on. Because you know what? When you're real and authentic with people, it draws people to you, gives them an opportunity to really get to know you real, and to like you and to trust you so much faster. Because when you actually build a relationship, that is what everything is built on. That is the foundation that's building and growing for your friends, your life, but also for your business. So today, be vulnerable, and that is your marketing tip of the day. All right, so those get cut out, and you can find that on social media as well as YouTube Shorts and all that. That'll be separate. You can share that individually. We do that every Monday and Thursday. Remember, we're here at 8 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time every Monday and Thursday on Marketing with Russ, a.k.a. #RussSelfie. And now it is time for our guest of honor. Mr. Michael Tucker is coming in the house, wondering when he was going to get in here. Good morning, Michael.
Hey, good morning. I'm so excited to be here. This is going to be awesome. And great tip, by the way.
Thank you. Well, you know what? I'm so glad you're here too. And you are the one that's going to make it awesome today. I appreciate, being able to get to know you a little bit and learn about the things you're doing. So give everybody a little snippet. Who is Michael and what are you up to?
Well, I am just a normal guy from the middle of Kentucky, middle of nowhere, that loves marketing just as much as you do, Russ. We currently run an agency where we build out virtual events. And we run virtual events for online entrepreneurs. And so if you're an online entrepreneur here and you want to expand your reach, your message, that's what we do, all through virtual events. And so we've been doing that for about 5 to 6 years now and love every second of it.
Wow, that is so amazing. So how did you, give us a little more backstory. What was your background? What made you get excited about doing virtual events. I have a friend, my co-host actually, that did some of that too, did some virtual events, especially during COVID times and
Mhm.
those kind of things too. So what really got you excited about that, and what was your background?
You know, Russ, people ask me that all the time. They say, Michael, what in the world made you choose virtual events over anything? And I'm going to be honest, it was never, ever what I expected I would be into. And actually, I probably started out like many of you all have in the past, Russ. I started out, I just had this entrepreneurial bug that I was bitten with. And I just, and through high school, I loved sales. I loved making money. And I got out of school and I said, what am I going to do next? So I did what every, high school age student thought they should do, is just go to college. I didn't know what I was going to do. I said, I'm just going to load up, go into business in school and in the university and see where I land. And I ended up getting out of college, finding myself newly married, not knowing what job I was going to go into or what industry. I knew I loved business. I was like, but now what? And so I ended up just gotten married, and I was looking for anything and everything to make a dollar. I was trying anything you see on Facebook ads or Instagram ads. I was trying. So I like drop shipping, stock market. I literally tried everything. But then one day, Russ, one of my friends said, hey, I think you should get into real estate. And now if you're here watching or listening, I'm not here to teach on real estate, but because I was searching for anything to make a dollar, I said yes. But he said, hey, but there's a fee. I want to make sure you're serious. I want to charge you, like, there's a coaching fee if you want to learn how to do this the right way. And his name was David. And I said, David, I don't think you understand, man. I'm working as a part-time restaurant server. I am working, just got out of college, barely working anything right now because I can't even find a good job. And I said, I can't do that. And he said, well, why don't you work in my business and I'll coach you for free? And this is where everything changed, Russ. And this was me getting really vulnerable here at this time in my life. I had to get vulnerable and tell him I didn't have any money to get into his mentorship, but it was because I focused on the connection that you're so big on. And I said, okay, let's make this a long-term relationship. You coach me and in real estate, and I'll help you in your business for free. And so that was the start of my marketing journey, my virtual event journey, because he was just starting a new business. He didn't have much of a business at all at that point. And he said, Michael, you're just going to help me run my sales, my marketing. You're going to help me build websites, graphics, and I'll just coach you for free. And so we went on this journey together, discovering what it takes to actually build a true business. And after navigating and searching, we ended up running multiple virtual events that made us a lot of money. And that's the moment once I stepped into David's business and started helping him, I was like, wow, there's something to these virtual events. If you're here and you're listening and you're watching today, I truly believe that to get your message out into the world, to get your mission, everybody should have a virtual event that they're running, or every person should have a virtual event that they plan to run to get that message out into the world. Because look, Russ is doing it right now. He's on YouTube, he's on LinkedIn. People all across the world are going to be able to listen and watch his message and his mission. And you can do the same thing. And so, Russ, that's kind of how I got into it in a nutshell. We could go super deep into that, but it was all because of one relationship and one connection.
Yeah, no, that's amazing. And so that just shows everybody you're one connection away from really making a huge impact on your life and your business, right? And it is so important. In fact, just the other day, it's amazing with virtual reach, because there is, you're one person away from somebody that maybe, like, for example, on this show, we've had people on Broadway, on television, on different things, not because I knew them or my co-host on my other live stream knew them, but because we knew people who knew them, right? And so it's just a matter of, and so that leads you also to people that open doors for you be able to share your story, to be able to share your business and all that you're doing. I love the virtual event thing. I really do love that. My good friend D. Scott Smith, and co-host of a couple of my other live streams, he did jump into that, like I told you, during COVID a little bit. And really what's neat about that is because most people, it's overwhelming for them. and you have the knowledge and ability. This is where you need to tap in to others' expertise, whether it's through a good coach, which we all need, or whether it's through a good support business that can do what you need instead of you spinning your wheels and being overwhelmed and never getting started. So when people come to you, probably quite often very overwhelmed, wanting to do something but have no idea how to do that, what's your first step? How do you get things started with them and get things rolling?
Yeah, I mean, well, that's what we offer in our agency now. But if people are coming here and they're overwhelmed and they're like, I've tried this before and I would love to run virtual events, I just don't know where to start. I would say start with simple. Start with simple. Now, we could go into a whole conversation on the who, not how model, right? Talking about the book. I'm sure a lot of you all are familiar with that concept of not asking, hey, how can I do this, but who can I put in place to help me? But I'll say start out simple if if you are a solopreneur or you have a small team, because with virtual events you can start out as simple or as complex as you want. You can have all these softwares, all these systems to make it super robust, or you can have a Facebook live stream, or you can have one Zoom room, right? So what I like to say is don't overcomplicate success. Don't overcomplicate success. And I was listening to Russ, a YouTube video recently of this guy that's made 20 to 30 million dollars in his business through virtual events. And so what he was saying was, he said that as they started growing, they started doing all these separate email sequences. If somebody watched this amount of time of the virtual event, they got this email sequence. If people dropped out of the live before this time, and they made it so robust, but as they were scaling, it started to break and it started becoming inefficient. And so really that taught me and just kind of solidified in my brain and in my heart that simple scales. And so don't get overwhelmed. Just know, start with where you're at. I say ask, where is the need in my audience, in my niche, right? Where is that need? And then run a virtual event on that need, right? Where are people struggling right now? What do they need help with? And then your message, your virtual event fills that need and teaches to that need, and the rest is history. So I don't know if Russ, if that answers your question, but
Yeah.
I think it's all about just starting.
Yeah, no, what I love best that you said out of the whole thing is start with simple. And I'm huge on that. I am thinking, well, I don't think, I know people way overcomplicate life. That's the reason a lot of the overwhelm we have, Michael, comes from ourselves.
Yep.
We overwhelm ourselves because we get so complicated, or we think we need complicated things. The minute somebody jumps in with this super complicated marketing scheme they want to launch on me, first of all, I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. First off, most people don't even know where you're at. They don't even ask questions. They don't even do to find out where the simple starting point is. There's so many things that people can start with that are so seemingly basic and just need a little guidance and direction from somebody like yourself, that they can make a huge impact in all that they're doing if they just start by not being so complicated and keep it simple, no matter what you're doing. And I think that relates to whether you're doing virtual events, whether it's your overall marketing plan. I mean, like you said, what does your ideal customer or the people that you're trying to speak to, what do they really need? Well, simply speak to that need. Don't come up with this huge plan for them. Why don't you simply speak to that need and draw them in based on that? And so let me ask you, besides the virtual events, do you guys expand and do anything other than that? Or do you pretty much keep focused on just the events with your marketing?
Great question, Russ. So, I mean, we do have a few partners now that we've grown with, right? Once you perfect it, you can add on to it, right? And I truly believe that too many people out there that are trying to grow their business, especially like the coaches, the speakers, I don't know if that's anybody here in the audience, but they tend to get shiny object syndrome. I think that's everybody. And what happens is they try to do a little bit of everything. They say, oh, this book funnel is going to work best. Oh, this webinar funnel. And then they go into a DM funnel. I'm like, what in the world are you doing? Right. So what we do is, Russ, yes, other things will work. And I tell people all of the marketing strategies work, right? It's just finding one that works for you. But so we have just really specialized in virtual events. And then what we do for some of our clients is we get them really good dialed in where it's replicatable and like really predictable. And then we scale up and add other avenues after. But I tell everybody, get good at just that one thing. We talked about that just a second ago, starting with simple, start with the one thing and perfect it. And I was speaking on a podcast yesterday talking about your message, right? As speakers, and this is kind of a little tangent here, but a lot of speakers, they'll go out on stage and they'll say, hey, I have 5 talks. Which one do you want me to give? I have 10 talks. Which one do you want me to get? When in reality, what if you just got good at one talk? And listen, this has made the difference in so many of my friends' lives and my lives, just getting good at one talk. What could happen? The same thing with marketing, getting good with one marketing channel and then expanding from there. So yes, we do venture outside of virtual events, but not until we get that client results and get them running with the virtual events that we have set for them.
Yeah, no, I completely, I understand that, because you get running outside your lane. You get running outside of, people get so scattered that they, instead of just staying focused. And I love that, because being an inspirational speaker, I really try to hone in what I'm speaking about and have one good message. It doesn't mean I never speak to people on
Right.
other things. It doesn't mean I don't have other things that I can do, but I'm really trying to, especially honestly, what I'm doing currently is all centered around cancer and dementia, which I've had a ton of life experience. Not only did my dad have lung cancer and dementia, but my mama had Alzheimer's and a whole journey through that. Don't do the senior care industry. I reach out and speak to them in groups as well. And then the cancer, obviously, not only my dad, but now I've been dealing with this for the last couple of years. But you know what? It's a good way to inspire and encourage people, which I'm all about, and give them some great value in their life. Because when you have that hope and that strength in your life, it helps you do your business. It helps you do life. There's so many more things that can happen because of your attitude, right? And your mindset and perspective. And I just think that's so important. And I agree with you. Bringing it down to that one talk is so important. So, well, listen, hey, we're getting close to wrapping things up here, but I want to give you some time to kind of give us your final notes. If you have something we didn't talk about, you want to talk about first, and then really give us your golden nugget for today, what you want people to remember about today, and then tell everybody how they get in touch with you, because I want to be able to reach out to you already.
Awesome. Yeah. One thing I'll always talk about, and I love speaking about on other people's podcasts or platforms, is the power of immersion. And I'll say this, the reason why I love virtual events so much, and the reason why I believe so wholeheartedly that you all should be finding a way to incorporate virtual events, is because the more immersion, the higher the conversion, right? And ultimately, the reason why we market ourselves in our business is to get sales, to increase revenue. And I was, awakened at the beginning of my marketing journey to the fact that the more time you spend with people, the higher chances you have of them spending money with you. But then also, the more time you spend with somebody, the higher chances they have to spend more money with you. So I was listening. Or actually, I was talking to a friend recently, and he said, Michael, I don't know if you realize it or not, but that about for every hour that somebody spends with you on a virtual event, you have about $1,000 worth of trust you're gaining with them. And that opened my eyes. I was like, oh, wait, that is kind of true. Because I started going back and thinking about the webinars where I've sold products. And I'm like, yeah, it was fairly simple. I'm not going to say it was easy, but fairly simple to sell $1,000 product at the end of that 60 to 90-minute class. And so if you were here today, ask yourself, how can I start spending more time with my potential customers? That could be through getting them to consume your YouTube content like Russ is doing. How can I get them to attend one of my webinars, my workshops? And I just have fallen in love with that concept of getting people into my ecosystem and getting them to consume my material, consuming the value that I provide, so that whenever it is time to sell and to bring them deeper into my ecosystem, it's easier to do so. But if you guys are here today, that's what I would say is find ways and find opportunities where people can become immersive with your brand. Super powerful. But listen, Russ, I mean, I'm open to connect with anybody. If you're here and you're like, hey, if I would love to figure out how to run virtual events for me. Listen, I'm kind of like Russ. I love to connect. I have a calendar on my website, literally just to talk with people. Yeah, we'll talk about services and products if we feel like you're a good fit. But honestly, I built so many good relationships just from having a virtual coffee. And so you can go to thefunnelpros.com, Russ. If you want to connect, anybody wants to connect with me, it's thefunnelpros.com. Let's have a 15, 20-minute chat, hear about your business, and see how we can help.
That is so awesome. So I'll make sure that we have all of that correct. We have some other information down for you to connect as well, but thefunnelpros.com, we'll make sure and get that there as well. That's all in the comments, everybody, and in the show notes. It'll be there for you. And there you go, funnelpros.com. Make sure you reach out to Michael, because we all need this. Somebody that really is all about true connection and helping people. And I'm with you, Michael. I mean, every day of my life, I am trying to reach out and build my community with people that, whether they work directly with me or are going to help me down the road or just help me personally by being my friend. A lot of people, we just need certain people in our lives just to lift us up, right? And just to encourage us, just to give us that enthusiasm we need to do our business. So there's so many different roles that come with people you connect with. So I'm a true believer that there's not a lot of, well, there really isn't a bad connection. I think every connection, if you look at it right, with the right perspective, everybody helps you. Even if you learn that maybe this person's not going to go any further, they're very nice and nice to be connected, but that was good. Hey, that's how you find out who's going to work in your life. So anyway, Michael, thank you. We had all your information there and have it updated in our information there for you. Everybody, listen, you need to connect with Michael. Amazing stuff that he's doing. I appreciate you so much for being here today. Do you want to give a quick shout out? You have a live stream too, or a podcast?
Yeah. We took a break, but we're getting ready to start it back up, you all. It's called Million Dollar Secrets. And I think, Russ, we have a connection there maybe with the Million Dollar Secrets. But we have a show called Million Dollar Secrets where we bring on guests, really interview them in person so that we can pick apart all the entrepreneurial and marketing and sales knowledge that they've acquired over the years. So everybody we bring on that show has either generated 7 figures or more in their business or have helped their clients generate 7 figures or more in their business. And so that's on YouTube, wherever you want to go. But we're getting ready to ramp that back up. And Russ would love to find a way to collaborate maybe in the future somehow. But Million Dollar Secrets. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah, everybody check that out. And Michael, again, thank you so much. I'm going to say goodbye, but hang tight in the green room. I'll be right there. Okay.
Sounds great. Thanks, everybody.
Okay, there we go. Another amazing person. I'm telling you, this show every Monday and Thursday, it gets better and better and better with the people that we have. And like I told you before, if you have not had a chance to check out my YouTube page, please subscribe and go to marketingwithruss.live, because that will take you directly to my YouTube page and you can see Michael again, or all of the thousands of people on there that have been through Marketing with Russ, Russ Reels Live, the Experience Live with Russ and Scott, all of the amazing programs that I am blessed to be able to produce here on social media. So thank you, everybody, for being here. Thanks again for all your prayers. Appreciate you all. We're going to be here next Monday, 8 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, and I'm looking forward to seeing you there. Until then, have a great weekend. Have a blessed life, and we'll see you. Bye, everybody.
Thanks for joining us for this week's episode of Marketing with Russ, aka #RussSelfie. Be sure to subscribe in your favorite podcast app so that you don't miss a single episode. Have an amazing day.